This is the front line in the battle for Fallujah. But instead of the Iraqi army leading the charge, it's Shia militia groups, in particular the Badr Brigade, who are calling the shots. Armored vehicles and thousands of fighters have gathered to the east of the city, which has been under ISIL control for nearly a year now. The Iraqi government had promised that the operation to regain control of Fallujah would be led by the army to allay fears of the local Sunni population, who have repeatedly been targeted by Shia militia. But it seems that promise has not been kept. Residents who managed to flee ISIL have spoken about being tortured by armed Shia groups who've taken up positions at the exits of the city. Meanwhile, the country's defense minister insisted that his forces were doing all they could to protect civilians still trapped inside Fallujah.
The main obstacle and big challenge ahead of us now is the civilians trapped there as our troops advance. To maintain the safety of civilians has become a burden on security forces, even more than the battle itself. This is what I discussed with the commanders, and we are dealing with this issue with them, as our main goal is to liberate Fallujah and to preserve the lives of civilians.
Saturday was a particularly bloody day for the Iraqi army. At least 30 of its soldiers were killed. But they did manage to inflict losses on ISIL too. The group said that 12 of its fighters were killed by helicopter gunships. To the west of Fallujah, Sunni tribal fighters have been trying to make their mark in what has become an increasingly sectarian battle. They've made advances in several towns, forcing ISIL to retreat towards the center of the city. Meanwhile, those who are able to escape the fighting carry whatever of their belongings they can and flee. But there are an estimated 90,000 people still stuck inside. Jamal Shayyal, Al Jazeera.